Hello everyone, this is CJVStarcraft and you're watching another game of StarCraft 2. Thank you very much for joining me this fine morning. Today we're going to be watching some more Dreamhack action from Valencia. It's just finished up, and I will introduce our two players before just telling you a little bit about them and a couple of announcements I want to make as well. So in the bottom left hand side we've got Millennium Stephano, well no longer Millennium Stephano, he now plays for Team EG, he's just signed a new contract with them. He's going to be our blue Zerg, and in the top right hand side we've got Grubby, he's going to be our red Protoss. So a couple of announcements first of all. First, thanks for all your comments, advice, things like that. It's been really useful for me to hear. I've learned quite a few things off you, and also doing these first few casts. So a couple of things I'm going to be trying to change. First of all, I've altered the game volume a little bit. A few people have said that they were finding it hard to hear me over the game, so it was down at 15%. I thought that might be low enough, but it turns out it wasn't. So it's now down to about half that. If it's too quiet, let me know, and I will try and find a balance between those two. The second thing is I'm going to try and slow things down a little bit. I know I've been saying quite a lot, and just pausing to get things said right. So I'm going to be trying to slow things down, get rid of those. I assume that's just going to come with casting more games, getting more confident in saying things, and things like that. So I'm hoping that that will improve, but please be patient with me if it doesn't. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the players first of all. We've seen Stephano play a couple of games already. So he's from France, he's the highest earning foreigner, probably one of the best Zergs out there in the world at the moment. And a lot of tournament success, and just been playing really well. Grubby on the other hand is a bit of a different player. He's actually independent, so Stephano now part of Team EG, but Grubby is not part of a team at the moment. He had been in the past, but he's kind of going solo, which is quite interesting, because what a team do is they will pay you a salary. So the way players earn money most of the time is through tournament winnings, and that's how you win the big money in StarCraft. But so that your players aren't going broke if they're having a bit of a down, sort of drop in form, the teams will give them a salary, to see them through. So Grubby doesn't have that, which is quite interesting. So he has to earn his money in a slightly different way. So what he does is he streams a lot. An awful lot. He's got a partnership with Twitch TV. He's been known to stream up to 13 hours a day, I think his Team Liquid page was saying, which is just crazy. I can't really imagine playing for that long a time. That's pretty awesome. Bit of an interesting expand actually, just forged inside gateway at the front, just make note of that. So yeah, independent player. So I lost my train of thought for a minute there. And he has a lot of sponsorships with technology, things like Sony and PokerStars. He runs tournaments with those, and that's probably how he funds a lot of his travelling to tournaments and things like that, which is pretty cool that he's been able to do that without the support of a team. Whether or not he will go back to joining a team in the future, I don't know. I think he took a year out to get good at video games, was kind of what his aim was about 2 or 3 years ago now. He used to play Warcraft 3. He still does actually stream that occasionally. And he just wanted to get as good at StarCraft 2 as he could, gave himself a year, and he's turned into a pretty impressive pro gamer. So that is really cool. Stephano in a bit of a similar situation as well, because it can be really hard for these young gamers to decide what to do. You've got the choice between school or university or whatnot when you turn 18, or pursuing the life of a pro gamer, and it can be quite hard to pick what's right. So I think Stephano talked about retiring several times already. But fortunately for us, just signed a contract with EG, so that's going to extend him for another year or two, I think, which means we get to see a lot more of him, which is really cool. So one thing I want to note in this game is whether we're going to see Stephano's typical ZvP style. And what that is a very early third, which we have seen already, so third's going to finish by the time 6 minutes is up, which is just incredible. And he's not taken any of his gas yet, so really just droning as hard as he can, hoping that his opponent isn't going to put any pressure on him. But this Stalker being chroned out, I assume Grubby knows the way that Stephano likes to play. Going to try and put some pressure on as early as he can, which is a really good move, because if you let Stephano just drone for the first 8-9 minutes of a game, you're going to be in some pretty serious trouble. So we've got Ling holding the watchtower, so Stephano will know what's coming, and chroning out another Zealot as well, not worrying about this gateway research too much at the moment. I assume Grubby's played Stephano before he knows his style. And then what Stephano likes to do is, once he's got these 3 bases and it hits about 8 or 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes is usually the kick-off time, just powers roaches and then just throws absolutely everything he can at his opponent. It can be really effective, but everyone's trying to do it at the moment. So it is a really effective way to play ZvP, but Protoss players are getting really quite good at working out how to defend it. This early third may or may not be part of it. I'm sure Stephano won't want to let that stay up. He will try and pressure that, but we'll just see both players really sitting back. Looks like we are going to be settling for quite a long macro game. That, I don't know who that'll suit more. Both these players, I'm sure, are very experienced at playing those longer games. And here we go, the Roach Run Evolution Chamber, double Evolution Chamber, so going to be getting those double upgrades going as soon as possible. Getting his lair tech quite early as well. This will probably be for Roach speed, but we will see. And already Stephano up to 57 drones by the 8-minute mark. That's just incredible. He's already taken a 15 worker lead. So we will see how Grubby is going to deal with this. This Stalker gonna get surrounded, not quite. These Lings are going to chase after it. Well, the Lings have movement speed of 2.95 and the Stalker is exactly the same. So this Stalker probably going to be able to get home quite safe, run back to the cannons and be okay. So already the Immortal coming out for Grubby. Perhaps knows that roaches are the order of the day. And this third, quite well defended from this route. No Zergling's going to be getting around the back. Going to have to go around the front and become vulnerable to these two cannons. So really cool building placement there. And just getting Blink now as well. So that's quite an interesting move. Probably for some Blink micro against those potential roaches. But Stephano still droning. 9 minutes into the game and he's only built a handful of Lings. This is really impressive. He's getting that +1 ground carapace, +1 melee attack, so maybe the Roach Run just for defense. Just in case Grubby tried to throw anything at him. Just going to be getting those melee upgrades, and really cool. So Grubby moving out into the middle of the map here, going to take back some map control. Just getting that Zergling there. And while trying to get his third up and running, but Stephano responding by taking a 4th base before the 10-minute mark. So that's pretty damn early for a 4th. Just scanning around with these Zerglings, trying to see if there is any hidden pylons around the place, while Grubby just trying to set these hidden pylons up. So really good spot by Stephano here. If these things are going to run up the ramp, and they're going to get the probe, and they're going to spot the pylons as well. So that was a slightly close call, but he got there in the end. And now he's got the drone cannon he wanted. He's just going to start powering units. He's got the infestation pit on the way. So I already done pathogen glands on the way, apologies. And getting the carapace armor, roach speed. So going to be gearing up for attack within the next few minutes. Looks like we're going to see some Warp Prism play from Grubby. Pretty smart, given that he hasn't been able to get those pylons out. And just a couple of scouting and gonna march their deaths pretty quickly. So all very cool. I think was that he's just finished researching hallucination. That's something we don't see very often, but he has gone quite sentry heavy, so this could be pretty cool. If Stephano doesn't have any detection, this could be quite problematic for him, or he might just be using it to scout what's going on the map with some Phoenix, and yeah, we see that happening there. So another couple of cannons going down. No gas yet. They're really heavily saturated. That's almost oversaturated. So yeah, just building those gas geysers there, and both players pretty happy where they are. There hasn't been any kind of major engagement really, just focusing on those upgrades. Protoss weapons level 3 on the way already for Grubby. And here we go, bit of an engagement, and another of these Lings going to have to pull back. Yeah, Stalker's blinking forward, managing to pick up a couple more Lings, but not able to trap in with the force fields. They didn't quite engage enough, and Grubby looking to move out now. Put some pressure on these bases on this side for Stephano, so Stephano going to have to get into a pretty good defensive position here. Infestors just coming out, they've got enough energy for fungals right out the bat. Roach is coming, 15 roaches at a time, and he has supply booked himself a little bit, as has Grubby, to be honest. Not too great from pro players, but we shall see who this harms the most. Stephano getting the Spire up as well, and he's just going to be spotting everything. It's really cool because Zerg hasn't really got a lot of anti-air at the moment. So Grubby going to be able to see exactly what its opponent's doing for pretty much no cost at all. And using this Warp Prism to be able to reinforce this is really cool, so almost mobile reinforcement if he can keep that Warp Prism alive. But Stephano just about maxed already, about 15 supply off that. Stalker's blinking forward, going to try and take out. No, going to have to back away from these Lings. He has got control of Watchtower, making a good arc, and here we go. Force fields going down, Infested not able to get from growth, but a lot of Lings have streamed through a big hole here. More force fields going down, Infested turrets as well. And I can't tell who's coming up with Grubby's supply has fallen quite a lot. These Stalkers able to blink back. Great Blink Stalker micro from Grubby here, keeping these all alive as long as possible, but it looks like Stephano is powering through, and these Stalkers going to have to get out of there, picking off a few more, but these Lings are going to chase him down, be able to. These Stalkers on such low health, but will be able to blink away, and Stephano going to be looking to knock at Grubby's front door here. Big wave of Stalkers at the front for Grubby here, these just picking off these Zerglings out of these Stalkers, And he's got a lot of infestors, a lot of lings reinforcing, but not that much in raw power, so it looks like he might maybe move down for the third, trying to group up for some kind of engagement, but blinking forward and picking off a load of these infestors. This is a real pain for Stephano, picking off 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, I think. And the lings now breaking through, big whopping of sentries now, but he kind of needs some zealots to deal with these lings. A lot of roaches pushing forward, blinking back again, and this right at the front of Grubby. He's in a real sticky situation here, force field going down, but Stephano really trying to power through the front of Grubby. Great, this blink micro is incredible from Grubby. He's keeping the stalkers alive for as long as possible. More immortals coming out of the way as well, because there are a lot of roaches. But Stephano having to back out here. Great hold from Grubby. That blink micro was just insane. If we have a look at the units lost tab, Grubby lost about 1,000 more than Stephano, so gonna be slightly behind going into the rest of this game. Stephano taking his 5th base off the back of this, but being able to hold there was so important. And the thing you got to remember is Stephano's he's on Roach Ling at the moment. He's got his hive just finishing up. Whether he goes for Broodlords or also we'll have to wait and see. But Grubby, he's got about a 50 supply deficit, so he needs to. Yeah, he's going to try and secure the space in the middle here. Not a bad move, I have to say. Stephano not got that many drones at his 4th yet, but he's still got quite a few minerals at his main. Going up for another attack here now. Both players just moving back. Grubby going to be looking to defend essentially for the next few minutes while he can get this 4th up, but Ling counter-attack around the top hand side might be able to sneak in through, because this wall has been decimated at the front, and these Lings, are they going to get through? Is he going to blink forward and just that's an incredible blink there. He doesn't actually, he's got enough energy for 1 force field there, which probably wouldn't have been enough to block this ramp, so great save with the blink there. But Stephano already maxed out again. He's up to 3-3 in his upgrade. He's got the Great Spire going down, +1 flower attacks, and the Robotics Bay only just going down for Grubby, but he probably could do with a Stargate. I don't know whether he does have one, and he's got the blink, so probably going to be able to defend the Great Spires, but massive engagement here. The Infested Terran's been thrown down, big fungals, and this 4th is probably going to fall. These Immortals stuck out of position. The Blink Stalkers are going to be able to micro quite a lot, but they are not going to be able to defend against this force here, and Stephano taking out this base. Grubby in a lot of trouble right now. I get the impression Stephano will probably just pull back after taking these guys out. Yeah, he is, he knows. He's got his opponent on the ropes, just going to expand again. Corruptor's coming out. Going to be turning into Broodlords fairly soon, and Grubby, it's not looking good for him, I'm afraid. Just another warp in of Zealots. He has to try and do some harass or something to stop Stephano, but Stephano just able to max out so quickly after losing a few units. He's trying to harass Stephano just all over the map. ZvP being so mobile, and Grubby is this lot of infestors. He's up to what, 12, 13 infestors, and the infested Broodlord going to be so difficult for Grubby to do. A couple of Lings getting picked out there. He's got a mothership on the way. It's going to be a bit of a miracle to take this out. I assume that might be for Vortex if he knows Broodlords are going to trying to get this base up again, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. A few roaches going to scout this bottom side. He knows there's nothing down here. He's got a Ling here. Maybe he's going to go for a bit of a counter attack on the bottom. 1 Zealot managing to make it up to the top, killing off a few of these spine claws, but it's just not going to be enough, I don't think. Just running around fairly aimlessly. A few more. Wow, that is a lot of infestors. Stephano's money's starting to get really high now. He is completely maxed, and a few roaches coming in the backhand side here. Made it through, and he's going to be... he's away from the cannons and just able to harass these probes, and this is a real pain for Grubby to deal with now, because he's way out of position to deal with this. Going to be blinking. No, he's not going to blink forward into the roaches. Yeah, he does blink forward now. Roaches trying to take out the hatchery. Are they going to get the hatchery? The Nexus, sorry. Are they going to get it down? I don't think so. Grubby holding there and just evening up the supplies a little bit, but Stephano's money is so high he's going to be able to macro this up so quickly. The Broodlord's coming out. He's getting his flyer attacks and armor level 2. Grubby just about getting this. Got a few Archons. Where's that mothership? Is it out? It's nearly out. I do quite want to see this mothership come out. Transferring his probes down. Setting some Zealots up to this top side. Stephano just using this for gas at the moment. This army is so difficult to deal with. Grubby could really do with some high Templar or something for these infestors. It's going to be so tricky to get these Broodlords when they're going to be fungling on his Stalkers that are trying to blink forward. But he is nearly maxed as well. And the mothership has arrived. This is fantastic stuff. What's he going to use this for? I'm looking forward to this endgame battle. It's been a pretty good game so far. But I think Stephano, he's got Well, he only has a 1 base advantage now. Grubby been able to defend this middle, hang on to it. Going up here to clear out anything that might be there. Stephano starting to move forward a little bit. Yeah, he is. He's seen the mothership, possibly got a lot of overseers. Not gonna let that cloak get in the way. These zealots up here, not really doing very much. These lings are gonna be getting us around, and Stephano moving up the middle now. Zealots just pulling back. He's got a lot of blink stalkers. I love this follow, leading on with a load of changing so you can see exactly where his opponent's army is going to be. Big warping of High Templar here. This is what we're going to need feedbacks on these infestors. And Grubby just kind of splitting up his broodlords a bit. Infested turns go down first, and no one really wanting to engage yet. These probably just to stop the High Templar from getting feedback on the infestors. That's really clever play, that is. I haven't seen that before myself. And here we go, Broodlord's just starting to harass the 4th. Grubby just having to sit back. He can't really engage this because as soon as he moves forward, his infestors are going to mongrel growth everything, and then he's going to be in a real trouble. But loads of infested turns going down. I think Stephano going to be making a move there. Just got a lot of Broodlords sitting around doing much nothing. These Colossi just roasting them from the back, not able to do very much damage. The Overseers moving into so they can actually see everything, and Vortex going down, trapping a few Broodlords. Going to throw a few Archons into the mix, but Stephano throwing loads of infested Terrans in there. This is going to be crazy when this pops. Grubby lost a lot of supply. These Corruptors just being able to kill these Colossus off, and there we go. These Broodlords all down, the infested Terrans popping now, and who's come out on top of it? I can't really tell. I think Grubby has hold on to this middle, but Stephano just back up to 150 supply so quick. And these infestors are all going to fall down. Grubby going to be able to blink forward, pick them up. And all of a sudden, he's built a lot of lings. And if Grubby can get a base kill or two here, he's not going to be in too bad shape. Oh, a lot of lings coming down, getting a good surround of these stalkers. They're going to have to blink away the arc, and they'll be able to kill quite a few of those. One single infested turn going down. The mortar coming back, but that's not really going to be the best thing against these lings. The good force fields there. Managing to trap quite a few of these. But Stephano building 12 Broodlords at the moment. Where are they going down? Just sort of a bit all over by the looks of place. By the looks of things. But Grubby able to take down all of that cancel there. Is he going to get his hatchery? It looks like he might be able to, but these broodlings just spawned. And lings coming in for a massive surround, but blink away. Gonna get the immortal. And these stalkers, they're going to be able to blink. Just running away in forward because he knows what Grubby's going to try and do. Just able to get this around there and cleaning everything up. Going to be able to put quite a lot of pressure on the front end because Grubby really doesn't have that much left. Stephano up to 3,000 minerals now. He's got so much stuff. Just able to build another mothership on there as well. This class is getting taken down by Zogly, something you see very often. And there is the GG. Stephano showing us just why he's one of the best Zergs in the world. Just great Ling Infestor Roach play at the start there, and turning that into a victory. So Grubby just never really able to put enough pressure on Stephano, who's under attack himself all the time. Certainly this third, and then Stephano not letting that 4th get up or get saturated at all, while having 5 bases of his own. Just, yeah, showing us why he's one of the best in the world at the moment. So that was a pretty awesome game. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know whether that was the first, I think it's a best of 3, so I will look for the rest of the game, see if I can cast those for you. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you all next time. Cheers for watching.